Hey, what's happening out there, YouTube family? This is Robert L. Jones Jr. again, coming at you with some more Tribe of Judah poetry. And like I said, as before, I'm hoping that you're liking what you're hearing. You know, I enjoy sharing my poetry. You know, I really love being involved in this form of artistic expression. And I'm hoping that I'm inspiring writers out there, my fellow writers. I'm hoping that I'm inspiring y'all to keep doing what you're doing, to keep writing your works as well, and being as creative as you can be. I always want to be inspirational to others as much as I would love to receive inspiration from others. So this is a win-win. I'm sharing to you my words, my poetry, and I'm hoping that I'm inspiring y'all to do what y'all do. And I also love to hear good poetry as well. And it's really a beautiful thing when we share in this means of creative expression, that we have this gift and talent within us to let our words speak for us, because poetry is a voice. It is our voice. And this is how we express ourselves to the world. That's how the world knows us and know what we're all about, through the words that we express from our souls outward. And so, like I said, I'm hoping that I'm inspiring y'all to do that and to continue doing that, just like all of y'all are inspiring me as well. This is a win-win. And let's just keep this tradition of poetic arts going. All right. So, with that being said, I have a couple more pieces for you this evening. The first poem is entitled, "A Bad People Are We." There is still the surviving omnipotence of a bad people, a phenomenal soul and tremendous presence, that be beautifully gathered together within a radical millennium of some revolutionary proofs and possibilities, and who'd be courageously shaking up them worldly ancient foundations and causing this earthly edifice to suddenly tremble with overwhelming dreadfulness, as they begin breaking and utterly demolishing them mentally colonialistic strongholds of destructive struggle and genocidal wickedness, thus ultimately rendering all supremacy misleading deceptions and superiority assuming heresies to catch the apocalyptic 22 of being forevermore through defeated and infinitely obsolete before the illuminating existence of a bad people of excellent stature and stupendous dignity, who'd be getting wisely hit with that kinship redeeming heritage of compassionately building up and restoring a lost and broken remnant of old system endearing sheep and children that be desperately needing the psychologically redesigning remedy to successfully translate themselves into an amazing and radiating multitude of rulership possessing men and women, with brightly glistening crowns and immaculate diadems upon their enlightened ciphers of pride glorifying style and diplomacy, which every fabulous queen and benevolent king ought to be wearing, with all the flair, debonair, and funky slip savoir-faire of some everlasting empire birthed in sovereignty extraordinaire. True indeed, monsieur and mademoiselle, there is still that brightly shining magnificence of the super bad people of immutable strength and fascinating longevity, which be fervently conjoining and interceding so actively within that defiantly extreme yet righteously supreme scenery of mystery solving truth and reality, when some unity growing empowerment would richly cultivate this consciously fertile moment in prophecy, when all socially ravaged and disenfranchised individuals would get intentionally mobile with that cool and political ritual of finally taking back and abundantly scoring the raw and uncut contraband of pure and unadulterated freedom, knowledge, and understanding, which will inevitably be independently leading and guiding us and we into the community high-rising solvency of a bad people keeping busy with the wonderfully reconstructed commission of picking up and throwing away those oblivious pieces of enmity, dividing alibis, and hate-infesting ideologies, thus replacing that gross and negative debris with some luxury-begotten mansions and palaces of equality, housing vacancy for everybody to share and enjoy unconditionally. The second poem of the evening is entitled, Manifest My Soul with the Courageous Flows of Revolution Talk. The show enough heralding holler of revolutionary reckoning be called forth loudly from the disenfranchised lungs and cramped up diaphragms of righteously destitute have-nots, who are actually a multitudinous generation of fire-talking prophets and prophetesses, who tirelessly be hostilely pronouncing some of the mightily tantric vocabs for the mountainous stashes of flesh-sustaining surplus and demand, which the wickedly infamous man of sin done savagely kidnapped and has hidden away from the tear-soaked and melancholy-dampened eyes of suffering humanity. But tightly clenching palms of strengthened out boldness be definitely digging upon the angrily soulful reflex of massively punching out the aerial countenance of a compassionless atmosphere with many combatant fists of radicalizing fury and struggle-slugging wrath against those death-dishing enemies of freedom-stealing hypocrisy who sincerely desire for you and me to suddenly perish away in a collective heap of utterly forgotten ash and vastly discarded carnage. Yet them newly energized ligaments of sinew-savvy patrol done got enough of that powerfully funky tenacity of phenomenally marching heavy-footed upon the broken up and paralyzed spine of an oppressive Philistine that once had the outright nerve and audacity in unfairly preventing you and me from richly attaining some of that crisp and uncorrupted currency of old-school federal green, and that sweetly jingling bounty of some shiny metallic scratch that could certainly make all of our materializing wants and needs to immediately take off forever in a ghostly dash of vapor-like and disappearance. Yes, indeed, there shall never be any barricading stronghold, nor some ruddy brick-laden obstacle of crazily blockading hindrance that could ever come against the justly wroth and greatly dissatisfied descendants of Brother Winston Smith, who still be so stone swift and outlandish in their hotly torched up spirit of a rebelizing maverick to ultimately maim the covetous hands of all reactionary dunces and to severely fracture the miserly fingers of their wealth-grubbing counterparts of deeply sullen selfishness. So the ever-hustling and bustling constituency of you and me will most necessarily be flourishing fosheezy within the unbelievably clean and incredibly redeemed scene of an authentic American dream, which shall never again be madly perpetuating that paleo-discriminating tableau of bourgeois rising me's and proletarian declaring y'alls, but in his home country renovating stead should be the effervescent waters and zoetic bread of perfect equalities on dynamically spry and beautifully witted commitments of socially like-minded togetherness. And some of them handsomely choice opportunities for everybody to holistically embody the bodily stocky endowments of body nourishing health and longevity in that future stimulating essence and substance of a culturally integrated existence, who be endlessly thriving well and good upon the cornerstone girded foundation of ever-enduring oneness. Thank you so much for listening to these pieces. I hope you like what you heard. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share. And I'll be coming at you again with some more Tribal Judah poetry. In the meantime, I bid you all shalom.